Can't expect to be the one to set things right when you chose to be the knife that's in my side. Said you didn't want to be unfaithful, left me wondering. When you call me up to beg forgiveness, when you call me up most every night, but it's way too late to deal with broken hearts. Close my eyes, no reply, 'cause I can't forgive you. I can't forgive you. You wanna feel it right with your decision. Say I'm just a boy who let you down. Is that all that it takes to be unfaithful? Can't pretend you're not the whore who played this clown. Took your number off my phone, 'cause all I want is to move on. There ain't no going back from what you've done, so please leave me alone. You call me up to beg forgiveness, you call me up most every night, but it's way too late to deal with broken hearts. Close my eyes, no reply, 'cause I can't forgive you. If I see you out there walking in the club, best believe you better walk on by. 'Cause girl, you'll never be part of my life. Say goodbye. You call me up to beg forgiveness, you call me up most every night. It's way too late to deal with broken hearts. Close my eyes, no reply. You call me up to beg forgiveness, when you call me up most every night, when it's way too late to deal with broken hearts. Close my eyes, no reply, 'cause I can't forgive you. I can't forgive you. I can't forgive you.
Hey music fans, it gives me absolute pleasure to present to you somebody who we are exceptionally excited about to hear some music again from soon, the one and only Mr. Mark Haze. Mark, welcome to the show, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Good to be here.
The last time that we spoke must have been 2 years ago. What have you been up to? I mean, musically, personally?
On a personal front, things have kind of changed on my end. I've got a kid now. On a musical front, a lot's happened. A lot's changed. I've been thinking a lot about where I want to go with the music, what I'd like to write, what I'd like to sound like. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, but at the same time, it's been a pretty cool 360 where I've turned around myself and gone, okay, well, this is where I want to be and what I'd like to do going forward.
I want to touch on that word change, because that sounds like something, obviously, a conscious decision. A change from what exactly?
Well, I mean, change is just, it's kind of inevitable, isn't it? It's something that just comes across whether you want it to or whether you don't want it to. And I didn't wake up one day and go, hey, Mark, time to change. You know, I woke up seemingly on certain days and went, am I happy? And the answer was a resounding no. Even though things were cool, even though I had a hit in the radio, even though we were touring a lot with the band. But you kind of get back to that and you go, all right, cool, well, what do they know about me? If I said to you, who's Mark Haze? Tell me who he is. What's he about? What would you say?
I'll be honest. When I think Mark Haze, I think of that rocky guy with a good voice from Idols. And at my detriment, that's probably as much or as far as it goes.
Yeah, that's kind of, you kind of hit the nail on the head. That's pretty much how everyone saw me. The Dream Scream was a quote that was used for me, that hits the high vocals, and And when someone says like, okay, so who's Mark Haze? That's all they remember, the guy from Idols. And I just looked at the mirror one day and I said, I want to be more than just the guy from Idols.
The reputation that you gained from Idols, wouldn't that be the same reputation that gave you a platform that basically made you a household name?
Yeah, of course. I look at Idols and I don't regret for a second entering it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for it.
Do you ever feel that you compromised yourself as a musician?
Yeah, to answer the question, yes. I compromised myself up till not too long ago, in fact. What's different now is that when I write something or when I do something, I do it because I feel it's the right way to go. And not because someone else has told me this is what you should do, or this is what has worked in the past, or this is what we think is cool. It's about what I think will be cool because it's my art and nobody else's.
Do you hold any kind of resentment or assign any blame to what happened after that show?
Yeah, we were, you kind of sold a dream, like the dream of being signed and being famous and everyone knows your name. But it's just a case of like, it's just this massive machine. And once you're part of it, you're part of it. And once it's over, you're spat out. And then the new kids come in.
How does it feel in your career now, being able to write, make, produce, perform, create the music that Mark Haze wants to make?
Yeah, it feels great.
Now, Mark, listen, everybody says hindsight is a great teacher. If you could go back knowing what it is that you know now, what would you do differently?
Knowing what I know now, I would definitely do it again. There are no hard feelings towards the team because we're all part of the big machine. But I think I would kind of just take things a little bit easier, have a bigger voice for myself, and really just look at it and go, well, I know that when this is over, it's over, and there's nothing left for me here, and I would be able to move further and take it from there with a bit of financial independence, obviously, people knowing who I am from the show, and just using that platform to move. At
the risk of sounding melodramatic, are you hoping that the kind of new Mark Haze sound is going to appeal to a wider audience and bring some new fans to you?
It might not. The point of the matter is that I'm doing what I want to do now, and I'm sure people will dig it or they won't.
Seeing as though you're driving your own ship now, we're heading up towards the end of the year 2016. What are your plans on the cards? Obviously, the new single. Are we looking at an EP already? Maybe a new album on the cards?
I'm going to bring out this single, and I'm going to bring out another one soon, and God willing, another one before the end of the year, and we're going to hit the road and tour.
Mark, listen, hearing you speak so freely and almost so unplanned about what it is that you want to do you feel like you going against the rules that the big machine, as you refer to, how artists should bring out music and make an EP and then put them on a record and then tour that record to death? I mean, it just sounds like you, I don't want to say flying by the seat of your pants, but is there a grand plan to this?
I've made a conscious decision to do different. I'm not going to be the old Mark anymore. I'm going to do things the way I want to do it.
Mark, I think that's a great place to end off. Listening to you tonight and chatting to you, it's clear to see that you kind of expressing yourself with let's just say it looks like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders, and we're incredibly excited to see what comes next from you, and it's been an absolute pleasure to talking to you, and thank you for taking some time out for us, man.
Our pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.